Hi, I'm Rachel Handler, and I'm excited to answer some questions about myself and my film. So, what is my background and how did I become a filmmaker? Well, I started in musical theater, and then about 8 years ago, I lost my leg in a car accident and stopped getting auditions for musicals. So I decided to switch to writing and producing the characters that I wanted to play. So that's really how I became a filmmaker, more from an actor's perspective. But now I really love the craft of writing and producing, and I've started directing too. The Vanish was part of the Disability Film Challenge. Can you pitch the film and share the filmmaking process for this contest? Absolutely. The Vanished screened for the Disability Film Challenge back in 2019, and the genre that year was sci-fi. So we wanted to make a really cool sort of spooky time travel sci-fi film. So that's where the idea for The Vanished came into play. And we had, I think, about 48 hours to write, film, and edit. So we filmed all night Friday, all day Saturday, and right when we were supposed to edit, our editor quit. So we had to scramble, and my co-director luckily had some editing skills, so we managed to pull it off in time. But it was definitely a whirlwind weekend. The film has kind of a dark tone to it. Did you want to go there, close to science fiction, the mystery? Yes, absolutely. That's the only way to win the Disability Film Challenge is by following the rules and using the genre and coming up with your own creative spin on it. So some people went with a comedy, sci-fi sort of story. We wanted to go dark because the last year in 2018 for the challenge was a buddy comedy. So we wanted to do something very different this year. And so we took the darker approach to it. And we had a lot of fun with that. Especially, I volunteer at a theater company here, and they let us use their space for free, so we had a lot of freedom to work around in there. You have a speaking role in The Upside and a scene with Kevin Hart, correct? How was that experience? It was amazing. I loved being in The Upside with Kevin Hart. He was wonderful to work with. It was a great film, and there's been some controversy about them not casting someone with a disability in Bryan Cranston's role. And, I have to agree that the only way we're going to be able to take steps forward is to cast actors with disabilities in disabled roles. That being said, I'm an actor and I needed the money and I wanted a job. So it was a great opportunity for me and I took it. But that doesn't mean I necessarily agree with their casting choice for the role with the disability. And luckily, my role wasn't written with a disability, but they did want to include people with disabilities in the film. I just wish it had been on a larger scale in a leading role. You've been on NCIS, you've done commercial, feature, and short films. What's your next project? Well, this year I did a documentary for the first time. I produced, directed, and also sort of starred in the documentary for the Easterseals Disability Film Challenge. We were nominated for Best Film and Best Awareness Campaign, and we won Best Awareness Campaign. So right now I'm doing the film festival circuit with that documentary. I also have a few exciting auditions coming up, and I'm writing a comedy pilot about 4 friends with disabilities, and they live in a city and their struggles with, public transportation, getting jobs. But it's a comedy, so it's very funny. And I love writing that, and hopefully we'll be pitching it to different studios and hopefully getting some development deals. Great. I think that was it. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed The Vanished, and feel free to follow me on Instagram at bionic.brunette, and on Twitter, I'm at Rachel Handler. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the films.